Yo, what's up, guys? So today we're here with Wonder Mike. I believe we got 1 day left in the season, so it's the last day we can play for the season. So let's finish it off with a bang, hopefully. Let's get into the games, see if we can get some dubs. Let's see how it goes. Alright, we got a sweaty game off the bat. We got Tivaristo and BU, so two very mechanical players. Both very good twos players. They both like to solo play a lot, as you should in twos. So you just gotta play it correctly on the challenges. Play smart. You don't really have to. A lot of the time when you're playing players like this, or players that are just, you know, they naturally like to air dribble across the map, or they like to start from their back wall. You actually don't have to like dive at it. You don't have to go very often. They'll throw the ball away eventually. As long as it's not too close to your net. The close, like if it starts from here, someone should be attempting to go, in my opinion. You should at least try to go, because then you can cut out the play before it happens, right? And that was my fault, because I didn't play the ball. I did hit the ball, but it was just like, okay, cool. On the replay, I literally slammed the ball. I didn't play the ball enough. Trying to block two different options, basically, which is what made that difficult. Doesn't really matter. Let him touch this. Nice. Let's play into a spot where they can't really get a good touch on it, or a free touch. It's gonna make us have some pressure. I'm gonna get far enough behind Wonder Mike where I can go for this with speed. Wait for the touch right. Drive through here. Get the boost is the main thing. Just going for a flip. Okay, doesn't really matter. Nice. But the same situation I was like trying to talk about, basically. Like, he has no play there. I know he has no boost as well, so his only play on net, and it's also kind of a flaw of a lot of the players that are good mechanically, is they don't look for their team enough. Like, in that situation, if you look for your teammate, he actually has a lot more options there. Teammate's middle for him. And instead, he kind of goes for like a double reset type thing toward the net, which makes it a little bit too easy for me to catch that. Gonna have one more touch out. It's fine. I gotta wait for the double as well. I gotta respect the fact that he could double that. Trying to beat him here. Play corner for Wonder Mike. So I was talking about like creating an option for my teammate. Oh, there you go. Pretty free shot of that. When obviously I could go for a corner double to myself. Chances of me scoring that extremely low. Obviously I could go for it. Probably would go toward the net. It might look cool, but chance of it actually ended up being a goal is very, very low. So using your teammates is actually a very, very important skill that surprisingly a lot of professionals haven't mastered yet, or don't do enough. Mastering is not even the point. You don't need to master. I think it's just attempting to do it. And I think twos is actually a problem in a sense, because you can't really practice that in twos. It almost feels like you get punished for it a lot of times you try to pass in twos. Let's take a shot there. Don't really have any other option. And it still creates some pressure. So solo play again here. I'm gonna fake challenge, make him pop it away. Should be free for my teammate. Play to the left side for Wanda. He's not gonna be able to go, so I'm just gonna force again. Again, look at the shot. Look at the play they're going for it. Pass from Wanda. Place bottom corners. Good try. Good cut. Well done. It gives me a little bit of time to get boost, so that's well played from Wanda. He should be first here. We're on the right. He wants to use me. Pass middle will be really good. Kind of 15 away that I can follow it. Oh, it was a good idea. First touch came off the wall a bit. It's not where I wanted, but right idea. It's going for a bump here. It's going to be a solo probably. It's fine. Turn wall to air dribble again. You see how if Wanda just waits there whenever I wait? It's usually fine. Actually, the one time I went for the ball, this entire game we got scored on an air dribble. It's because I tried to read it, but... Pass middle here is opportunity. Go for a play downfield. Look how much pressure just one pass creates as well, right? So it doesn't always have to be a solo play. Same thing. Open space to my teammate. Place it back to me. Well played now. I did not expect him to go. Wow. Works out though. I was gonna say now that's the opportunity to go for a solo play. When I have no pass back option, it was a really good demo, but it was an accident. Didn't even know he was there. Try to kill him here for real though. Try to bump again. This is a good solo play opportunity for Wanda. Stuff like that. Like if you have no pass option, those are good solo play opportunities. When you have your pass option, solo playing is usually just a waste of possession. Especially if you have 2 players behind the ball. It all depends on the situation, right? Because if there's only 1 player behind the ball, it's a straight up 1v1. Solo playing is usually pretty good. Your percentage of winning a 1v1 is going to be pretty high. But winning like a 1v2 nowadays against how like defenses are is pretty rare. Unless one of them makes a mistake, like the first goal they got, right? Nice. And the first goal they got, like that was on me for not playing the ball fully. Like I thought he had me beat to the point where I tried to play the above touch, and that's the thing that's so threatening about solo plays, right? Once you get a flip, you're threatening like you know, probably 30, 40 different options maybe. Like if you really want to think about it, there's probably like over 30 options they can do when they have a flip near the ball like that. So that was on me for not playing the ball fully, but it's the right idea. That's what I should have done in that situation, because it's close enough to the net where that flip creates so many threatening options that he can't just wait the whole time. But if they start the air dribbles from their corner or their side like they were the whole game, you can kind of just wait it out. And it's the same thing if you're lower rank. It's not going to be air dribbles, and they're not going to be as good at doing these things. So it's like if you wait in the lower rank and you don't just full dive at every single ball, you're going to be in a much better position regardless of what they're doing. And that's what you have to remember. These are professional players I'm playing against, and it works extremely well. You end up just getting the ball for free every time. And doesn't matter how high you scale up the professional level. Like even people that are considered the best players right now, you can wait out their stuff and usually it's not threatening at all. You can defend it on the goal line, stuff like that. It's not that threatening. And the only time it is when you give them too much space up the field. That's why you want to cut it off as early as possible and not let them get those like good opportunities beyond midfield into an air dribble. If they get an opportunity beyond midfield that's an air dribble, that's really tough to stop usually. But that's why in that game, the only time that happened, I went for it and they got a goal out of it. That's already just a tough spot to be in, but it could have been stopped. And even Wonder Mike after my challenge could have been able to stop it as well. It's just well played from them, right? So that's going to happen sometimes when you're playing solo heavy teams like that. But let's get into one more game and see if we can keep it up and see how it goes. All right, for last game we got F.A. I think is how you say that, and Kaha. I'm gonna call him Jeff though, but it's kind of annoying to say that every time. Faking. Top corner. Okay. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. Okay. Got back the cover in time. I saw a little sketch. Nice. Gonna take some pads. Have to defend one more. No boost. You see how like one little mistake causes like a 20-second pin reaction. Crazy, man. Game is very difficult in that aspect. Unforgiving. But sometimes some mistakes can actually benefit you as well. So I guess it's a double-edged sword. Because when you try to read players really hard, once you get to a pro level, obviously you're trying to read players very often. If they make a random mistake, it can actually benefit you at times because you're not ready for it. Like if you just completely miss this ball and I'm moving up to the wall here, my whole play now becomes different, right? He kind of messed up his air dribble. And again, my whole play becomes different. Worked out a little bit better for him. Stuff like that. There's definitely a little stuff. Wow. You're seeing a lot of examples, right? When you're used to playing very high level pro players, your read of the game becomes pretty good, but that is for very, very good players, not for lower level players in ranked, right? So it's definitely a double-edged sword. And then FA hits the perfect pre-flip into top corner shot after they're making mistakes for last minute. So it's ranked is a weird place to be, right? And it continues. It's kind of funny though. This is like a really good example of what I mean. Like, how am I supposed to expect him to do this when the last minute was just troll? Like, you know, it's crazy. But it's all you can play when there's no tournaments going on. So it's what we must settle for. Nice. I guess there's 6 mans as well, but that has its cons also. Ah, it's just not a demo somehow. Unlucky. I have a lot of confidence in winning this game though. It's fine. Just gonna wait. Let's get locked and loaded again. Good beat. One's in our corner. Put around them. Good demo. It's actually a really important demo. Wait, across here. Might have another flip. It does. Okay. Again, a little bit troll from both of them. I think that's a little troll looking, but it's all good. Play one more to one to Mike. Keep on smiling. This game has just been a little bit funny to me. Pop it over one here. So it gets back. I'm gonna try to bump. Want to get one touch off the wall and then go for a bump there. Create some pressure. 2 might be in. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just say I'm glad the season's over. I'm glad there's a little bit of a reset that'll happen, and not that it'll change that much. I mean, the game's ultimately the same, but you know, at least it's a little refresher. The ranks will be less inflated. There's a lot of boosting happening this season. Like there was some random players that got 2800 elo using some exploit, so made all the elos kind of get boosted. There's a lot of 2300 players. Usually there's only a few 2300 players, a lot of 2300 players this season. So I didn't play much ranked 2s this season. It was kind of a waste of time to me because of all that stuff going on. There was bots for a while. Like it was just bad. Ooh, could have been a goal. A little bit better contact on the pinch. But yeah, this is the last day of the season, so just gotta power through one more day of this. Wow. Went across here. He wants to use me after a challenge. Okay. Looked like he had it still, so I was a little bit faked out, but it does happen sometimes. Touch's gonna be to the okay. This cuts him off. What? But it works so much better now. But I think this is a 2s thing, because this many mistakes in 3s would definitely hurt you, but wow, you see what I mean? Like I'm going left for the touch. Like how is it missed? And then they win the ball. I'm not tilted or anything. I'm just confused. Like how is this even possible? And then they have like a 10-second period of doing things like correctly. It's just like maybe like just very wild inconsistency from them, but not quite. Good attempt though. That might actually be a goal. And then he misses the ball. Okay. Please end the game. I don't want any more. I don't want any more of that. Wow. That was a mind-blowing experience. Obviously, like the other teams, they're both good players, but it's just tough. It's tough to play that and try to read it and try to be present the whole time. Yeah, even one of Mike's kind of agreeing with me. Yeah, there you go. See, inconsistent. You thought the same. Very interesting. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed last games of the season, and I appreciate y'all watching as always. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you all in the next one. I love y'all.